home right here, baby. I am JU. You are the nation.
You're watching JU Nation Fishing.
Oh my goodness. Good day, nation. This is JU. Recently, you've seen my big brother, Mr. Warren, and I catch a lot of kokanee using trout spoons. Most trout spoons come with either one single hook or a treble hook. Today, I'd like to show you two simple ways to convert those single hook into two double hooks to catch kokanee. Here are the simple tools that you will need. You want to use either size 4 hook or size 2 hook. If you use size 4 hook, you can use up to about 10-pound test line. If you use size 2 hook, you can use up to 20-pound test line, as the kokanee salmon are not line shy. You're going to need this size 14 barrel swivel, a nail clipper, and of course absolutely not necessary, but this will really help do your job, make your job a lot easier, is split ring pair plier. So here are some of the trout lures that you may have in your tackle box. Maybe a little Cleo, a needlefish perhaps, a lip ripper. But I will be showing you how to change this, the hot ticket lure that I've been having a great success with catching kokanee, and a mook lure into your kokanee catching machine. You want to start out by removing the hook that come with your trout lure, like any one of those trout lure that comes with this hook here. So this is where I said the split ring pair plier comes in handy. Just remove the hook out of your trout lure. Now your trout lure no longer has a hook. Do the same thing with all the one that you want to convert. Okay, this is your hot ticket lure. I'm gonna remove the hook out of it. Of course, you can use your fingernail if you don't have this tool. This tool will really help you a lot. There you go. So now both of my trout lure, the mook lure, and hot ticket lure no longer has hook in it. So I'm going to first show you using the size 4 hook. So I'm going to use 10-pound monoline. I don't think it matters what brand that you use. I just happen to have this 10-pound. I'm going to use this 10-pound here. What you want to do is cut out yourself 1 foot length of it. See, I got a leader here. It's a foot. So now what I have is 1 foot length of this line. Now, you know, there are lots of ways of tying the two hooks together. I'm going to show you a real simple way that I use. First, we get these two hooks out here first. Alright, here you go. And by the way, California allows you 3 hooks. If you want to, you can tie 3 hooks. But really, that's overdoing it. 2 hooks would be all you need. Here's a simple way of doing it, guys. Put your leader length, put your just little length right here, right into the eye of the hook. And like so. And realistically, just wrap it around the shank 10 times. I don't really care which direction you go, as long as you wrap it around 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And put it right back to the eyelet here. Pull it straight up. That's pretty much it. Wet this part here and tighten, cinch it, and you get done with the first hook. Okay. Now, the option now, you could put some small beads in here if you want, or you can leave it alone and put another hook right up here, about 2 inches up. So I'm going to go ahead and perhaps put some beads. I got a lot of cool beads going on. Gonna put 3 little small beads right through it. Like I said, this is an optional part. You don't need to put beads if you don't want to. 1. I just have a lot of beads, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put 3 beads through there. 2, 3. So now I have 3 beads, like so. Okay, now for the second hook, once you put the 3 beads in, you take the second hook and thread them to the same line, like so. There you go. All right. And you bring them up maybe about 1 inch or 2 inch apart like that. And I don't think the Kokanee is going to care whether, you have them hooked this way or this way. I like to keep them opposite. But like I said, I don't think they care. It'll work. So here you go. So to tie the second hook, hold on to this shank. And once again, wrap this leader around the shank 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then put the same leader back up to the eye. That's it, you're done. There you go. Now, wet this part. Alright. Now look at this. You have 2 hooks. 2 hooks, right? So how do you connect this to the lures that you just removed the hook from? Of course, you can tie it straight through here if you want. Alright? And that's fine. But I've seen Mr. Warren uses these swivels here. And I think it makes sense because it helps you. It helps you when the fish is twisting and turning. You have a less chance of it getting off. So now all you do is you just tie your favorite knot to the swivel. And I like to tie the trilene knot. Whatever knot you want to tie, it's fine. Trilene knot for me. Tie it. This is what is the amazing part right here. I've seen Mr. Warren have used this leader length between the hook to the spoon. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 inches long. It's incredible. So I'm going to try to tie it as close to it as I can. Trilene knot, like I said. But you tie whatever knot you want on here. My preference is trilene knot. Tie this. Here we go. Wrap it around 10 times. And thread it straight back. Here we go. And cinch it together. All right. So from the tip of the swivel to the very last hook, almost 6 inches long. And that is fine. This will catch you Kokanee, no problem. What's cool about it now is all I have to do is attach this to my favorite trout lure. This is the hot ticket lure. Gonna cut out the tags, trim out the tags, and I'm done. Here's the complete product. There you go. And of course, now the next part is to tie the leader from here all the way to my dodger. So now I'm going to show you the second method of doing this leader here. This will catch you a lot of Kokanee salmon, okay? Trout lure into a Kokanee catching machine. Now let's go on with the hook lure. Gonna do the same thing with the hook lure. I'm gonna tie 2 hooks, but this time I'm gonna tie hook size 2. Size 2, and I'm gonna use 20-pound test line. No, this one I'm gonna have to use probably maybe 2 feet. Okay, 2 feet of leader line. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to tie a double egg loop knot. And you're gonna start out exactly the same as the way you snare the last hook the last time. In the first method, you snare the 2 hooks together. This time we're gonna do an egg loop knot. So start out with a snail hook by putting it down through it like that in the hook. Loop it around the shank 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Scoot it up as much as you can here. Okay. Put this tag end here back to the eye of the hook. And there's lots of video on this out there, guys. So I'm not going to go over it too very detailed, but you keep it straight along the shank. Hold on to this finger here and continue the exact same wrap again with the one that you were doing initially. So do another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pull this line up, and you should have a first egg loop knot. Go, here you go. What that, baby? Cinch it down. All right, first egg loop knot. Okay. Now you can do the exact same thing with the second hook. Once again, the optional option is to put some beads here if you want. But for this application, I'm not going to use the beads, and I'll show you why in a few seconds. So now I'm going to do the second egg loop knot on this second hook. Once again, start the same way as snelling a hook. Once again, I'm going to keep about maybe 2 inches apart. 2 inches apart. Opposite if I can. And it doesn't matter if it goes this way. In the end, it's quite alright. So here, going to go ahead and snare the hook like the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After the 10th one, try to scoot it up a bit. Now, take your tag end and put it back right to the eye of the hook. All right. About maybe an inch or so, and hold it straight against the shank. And continue doing another 10 with the same line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, once you got your 10, pull this line up. Pull it up. And you should have your second egg loop knot. Okay, cinch it down real good. Wet it a bit, cinch it down. Now you got your second egg loop knot here. Okay, there are a lot of videos out there that you can do. I just do a quick way to show you. Once again, now we're going to tie that little barrel swivel to it as close as we can, using whatever knot that you're comfortable with. And I already told you I like the tri-lead knot, so I'm going to tie my tri-lead knot right to it. Gonna go 10 times around here if I can. If not, 7 times, since it's kind of a thick line. 1. All right. Cinch it down. Alrighty. So what's the total length on this guy here that I have? Roughly 6.5 inches. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and cut out a tag end here with my nail clipper. Almost cut the main line. Here we go. Alright. Complete 2 snail hook. Why do I snail hook? I'm going to show you why in a few seconds here. But first, I'm going to connect this to the hook lure here. That's so convenient to have this number 14 barrel swivel. You just attach it right to here. And you're ready. By the way, now you can actually swap this hook out to just about any other trout lure that you want and be ready. And put a piece of corn right here. Can become a Kokanee catching machine, guys. Why did I do this little egg loop knot here? It seems like it would be more complicated to tie, right? This is why. I'm going to go ahead and use this pom-pom, cut a little tiny piece out of it, and put it there, and put a little piece of crazy glue on there. And now I've got myself a really beautiful looking Kokanee catching machine. Well, this is an optional part, guy. I mean, if you leave it like this, and put a piece of corn here and throw, that's perfect to catch Kokanee. But if you want to do like me, sometimes I like to give a little bit more, I like to experiment, guys. Cut a little tiny piece of this. You don't need that much. Just a little tiny piece. Perhaps like maybe half an inch, maybe. Very small, very tiny piece. Just cut them out like this. Alright. And probably can split this in two. I mean, it's just, all you need is a little tiny piece. This is what your egg loop knot is for, guys. Shove it through here. And cinch it down. Put a bit of Gorilla Crazy Glue on there. And man, I think you got yourself a pretty awesome looking Kokanee catching machine here, guys. Little orange in there. Cinch it up. There we go. I'm going to go put a bit of crazy glue on there. Gorilla Crazy Glue that's waterproof. And look what I got here. I just changed this trout lure into a Kokanee catching machine, guys. That's pretty much it. So that's how I'm going to convert these little trout, spoons, and wobblers into Kokanee catching machine. You've been seeing me, Mr. Warren, and a lot of other guys have started doing it. All you have to do is put it behind a dodger, throw it at a proper speed, proper depth, and it's fish on. So I'm going to show you some of the dodgers or flashers that I use. This is one of my favorite one here. This is on the hook tackle. This one has Kokanee Cowboy crush tape on there. Another one that I'm using, this is the Raising Cane Customs by Michael Caine. Of course, this is a Kokanee Cowboy. This is the Mew Kicker from Chai Lure with Hyper-Vis tape on the back. Tornado Flasher. One of the very, very first one that I received that was given to me. Of course, in the back, I put Hyper-Vis tape once again. And last, but definitely not least, and one of my favorite is J&J tackle given to me by Johnny Rainmaker. Thank you, brother. He is the very first one to introduce me to Hyper-Vis tape. His Dodger has both Hyper-Vis tape on both sides. And it has been bent a little bit. It has been also a Coke catching machine for me as well when I use it. All of the stuff I show you guys been proven. Oh yeah, I'll show you the length. Now that you've done with putting 2 hooks behind the spoon, you need to have a little length. The entire length behind the Dodger is from the tip to the top of my spoon, 9.5 inches, guys. That is it, 9.5 inches. And this bin has been a consistent producer for me, catching landlocked salmon, trout, Kokanee salmon. So you don't need a very long leader length. Put it behind any one of the Dodger I just showed you. Have a proper depth, proper trolling speed. Put a corn on both of these hooks here, if you're after Kokanee salmon. And if you're after landlocked salmon, of course, one little piece of anchovy right there on the top hook. That's all you need. That's how Captain Dave Hunter and I have been catching Kokanee salmon at the Folsom Lake with that technique. By the way, shout out to Captain Dave Hunter, Fat Dog Fishing. He's the one that introduced me to all this Kokanee and landlocked salmon fishing. Matter of fact, a little bit over 3 years ago, March 22nd, 2021 is when I first caught my first Kokanee salmon from Lake Berryessa using a hot ticket lure, fishing with Captain Dave Hunter. That's pretty much all I have for this episode. If you have any question, leave me a comment down below. Like I said, I'm sharing with you 2 ways of converting your trout lure into a Kokanee catching machine. They've been proven to work. You can review and watch some of my older video. I've caught a lot of Kokanee using that technique. As always, there are a lot of good fishing videos out there. Thank you so much for coming to check out my channel. Until the next time, peace out. Woo! Bam!